I'm meeting Bill down on the highway, and then we're doing an overnight on our bicycles to Black Moshannon State Park. And so this is our trail. We're headed into Port Matilda, and I'll see Bill just before we get to Port Matilda, and we'll ride in together. We're on Highway 220, and that's Bill out front and Port Matilda. And on the map here, we are crossing over the State College Exchange. And this is a dangerous exchange, so I'm out in the lead now. And I'm just going to take the lane because otherwise cars oftentimes cut right in front of us and make the turn into State College. But we'll ride right down this split lane marker. And now we're over I-99, and we're going to be continuing on down the highway here. You can see there's the exchange up to State College that we just went through on the video just a minute ago. And then past Martha's Furnace. It's beautiful, it's flat, and we're coming up to Mudlick Road. And then at the corner up here, we're going to be turning at Julian, Pennsylvania. And we'll make this little turn and start up Beaver Road. Yeah. Right back to We are off the flats. We're on Beaver Road, and we're heading uphill now for a lot of this.
Yeah, there's no air back here, Bill. No breeze back here right now.
Bill is saying the temperature is 81 on his thermometer. And this is the Strava map showing us going up Beaver Road. And that corner right there is going to be Jack Straw. But Beaver is a pretty nice road. You can see here the average grade is about 5%.
Okay.
And now we're making our turn on to Jack Straw. It's not very long until we really go up.
Well, you don't have long till you hit the first. You don't have very far till you hit the first bump up, Bill. Come on, get down.
I'm already shifting my forward chain ring into the smallest gear possible. I mean, the smallest ring, so easy to pedal. We're going to hit some grades here on Jack Straw.
I'm just going to meander then, Bill. No. Yeah.
And this is the Strava map of Jack Straw. And you can see here that there is a 14% grade, but we're hitting 13 something most of it. And now actually we're off Jack Straw. I didn't take much video there, working too hard. We're going right now across the top. You can see off to the left is the top of Mudlick Road. And we're back off of all of that heavy grade on Jack Straw. We've worked really hard. And now we're getting a little break in the grade.
Well, that's one nice thing. We haven't been bothered by any traffic. Yeah. Yep. Right over there where you were.
You have to do elevation.
Yeah. Not unless you could lose it all the way to the campground. That'd be all right. When you have to gain it back again.
We're still going up, but we're thinking about a loss of elevation that we're going to have to regain just down the road.
I'll have to go back and look at what that was.
And this is a Strava route that we just went through. There you can see the top of Mudlick Road coming through. This is where we got our little respite from the elevation gain. And then we'll go down just a bit and then back up.
That's a long, steep climb there. I mean, it's a climb.
And this is a Strava map. I'm standing right there at that corner. And here we go on over to Beaver Road.
I'll tell you what, that got steep there for a while, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
I can't remember getting that steep.
And here we are at the top.
That bend.
That section was steep, as you can see. And now Bill and I have some downhill into the park. The grade down isn't much. It's 3, 4, and 5%, but it's fun to go down.
Get in there, that's it.
And this is a section that we just rode. The lake is just covered with lily pads. And here it shows us coming up to the corner at Rattlesnake, which is right around here. We're going past the ranger station right now. That's Bill in the lead. And we'll be coming up to the corner on Rattlesnake in just a second. Lake opens up a bit here, and here's the corner on Rattlesnake and across the bridge. Again, here we're going to make that corner. Not a lot of traffic. We don't stop.
Okay.
Nobody's coming.
Okay.
And Bill's going to stop and take a picture, and I'm going to go on over to the store and make sure that it's open so we can get something to eat for supper.
All right. Should have brought our bathing suits along, Bill. Should have brought a bathing suit along.
We brought along some freeze-dried for an emergency, but we're hoping to get a hamburger. And right down here is the lake store. Make a little corner here to the right. And thank goodness when I check the sign, they're going to be open until 6 o'clock. And Bill will meet me over here, and then we'll head for our camping spot. And we're going back now, and we're going up to the campground. Now we're going to pass a little staircase here in a minute that takes you down to that country store. But to get into the campground, again, we're going to be doing some climbs. Not bad, but at the end of the day, you'd rather be going flat or down than up. There's the stairway, the pedestrian stairway down from the campground to the store. And we're going to go on up the road and then make a hook, you can see it here, into the campground. Here's that hook. Nice to stop climbing. And we stopped to get our little form we need to fill out for the campsite. Black Moshannon is a different place than the other campgrounds. You're not supposed to check in until 3, and you should do it at the ranger station.
Okay,
But
got
we
it.
don't even know what site we want. Bill's going over to get the form to fill out.
Oh, boy.
Bill is 81 and I'm almost 79, so our average age is 80.
Got it.
So we're going to ride clear through the campground now. And we won't take all of it in, but most of it.
People don't fill up these campgrounds and build these private campgrounds.
No, I don't need it, Bill.
I mean, private campgrounds are so expensive. Jeez. I always think about Petticoat Junction. They pay about $60 in there, don't they?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes. There's a mean old lady there. Charge you extra for the...
I didn't finish my sentence, but she charged us extra for showers and made us take multiple campsites for tents, and we weren't happy. That's a couple of years ago, and we're still thinking about it. Recycle and dump was just off to the right.
You know, this place has some pretty nice little tent places over here. Tent only?
Yeah, I kept going on here. Yeah.
Oh, did ya?
It was this one. What are these ones?
These aren't tent only sites.
Well, I know up there by the
I don't know what Bill's
shower
talking
room
about.
and over there's a tent only spot.
Yeah. Well, that's the one. That one we had last time you been there.
Yeah, I've been in there a couple times. Last time with you guys, we were over in there.
Yeah. That one. Yeah, that's pretty hard to beat that.
That's where we're
Yeah.
going. We're going to go down to the tent-only sites, and Bill has some recharging to do, but he'll just go over to an unoccupied site with electricity and plug in.
The second one's going to be the top of the shell.
Yeah, yeah.
He'll just need to recharge his phone. So we make a left here.
Yeah,
Down at
we
the
went
corner.
down there once, I remember. Oh, yeah.
Usually the camp host is here, but I don't see a camp host sign. And now just a little angle off. You can see the restroom up to the left, and then down this little road into the tent sites. The tent sites on the left of us all have pads to put your tent on. The pads all have bark mulch, and on the right side of the road,
Yeah, they got
there are
the
no
tent staying
pads.
up on the top.
So you oftentimes have to set your tent up on the gravel. Not very
Might as well.
nice. We eventually end up staying in
I
Site
don't see any,
76.
There's no sign on it or anything. 74. Well, this one is 74 here. I think. Yeah.
And this is Site 76 where we stay. And I'll walk up here to the platform where we set our tents up. This one is smaller. We should have went over to like Site 80. Has twice the size of the pad. Bill and I can barely get our 2 tents on here. But it was nice. And then we walked down to the camp store, and this was supper. All right, now this is the next day, and we're leaving. So out of the campground, across the lake. And it's a cloudy morning, hazy, so a little darker here in the video. And I left a little before Bill, but I said I'd meet him down by the bridge. So this is the road down from the campsite, and we'll pass that little stairway right there again, going down to the camp store. Not much of a grade, but again, it's nice going downhill. And almost all of this trip is going to be downhill. So again, this is rattlesnake. I'm getting on rattlesnake. And I'm going to stop here at the bridge and wait for Bill. A little squeaky brake there. And that's the lake looking to the south. And the swimming area is over there, but the lake looking to the north. And this is the Strava map going down, the direction we're going to take. And so we're going to go to down Beaver, past the lake, and then back up to the top. Let's see, the top's coming right up here. And this is where Bill and I stopped when we were coming over. We're going to stop again. And if you look on the highway there, you can see all the rubber that I suppose teenage boys left. They get over here in the gravel and then tromp on the accelerator and leave half their tire on the highway. Idiots. And here's our road out. We're going to do Beaver and then Steel Hollow and then Mudlick. Right, turn right here. And then Mower. And then we'll be back on Steel Hollow. And then down to the highway. And this is just a section of the road. Again, there's a 13.7% grade drop in here somewhere. And we don't really have to take a pedal stroke through most of this. So while we're putting on some miles, we're not putting in a lot of effort, except to hang on to the brakes every once in a while. Car back. Very little traffic, but here comes a car. I yelled a warning up to Bill. Bill just saw a deer off in the ditch. It ran the other direction away from us. I almost touched one here coming down this road. Almost ran into it a couple of years back. I mean, literally, if I'd have reached out, I could have just tapped that little doe. Not a good idea to hit a deer on your bike doing about 30 miles an hour. And here we come back onto Steel Hollow, which is going to take us straight down to the highway.
Yeah.
And here's a Strava section of that, coming off Mud Lick onto Mower. You just saw it in the video. And here's where we turn on to Steel Hollow. And then down to South Eagle Valley Road, or Highway 220, or sometimes it's even called 150. And we'll be headed back. There's the intersection, again, going up to State College off to the left. We went past that going up. This has been a beautiful overnighter, and it's a beautiful trip. I would recommend you do it on a bicycle. The elevation change in this is about 1,660 feet. If you were in Maine and you were riding the Cadillac Mountain, the elevation change is around 1,100 to 1,004 or 500, depending upon how you go. This is a higher elevation change, but a lot longer distance, and a good ride on a bicycle. I recommend it to everybody. And now, I'm back home.